Hello, welcome back to Scrapbooks Made Easy with Beth. Today I am going to show you a super simple page using the new Halloween paper and stickers. I think they're really pretty. I also have the new spider web punch that we'll use and the new Bats and Stars border maker cartridge. And I have one piece of pumpkin paper that's new as well. These are the embellishments. They're just gorgeous. Not quite sure which ones we're going to use yet, but they make a great simple, if you just want to put them on the side of your page, you can do that and you're done. Same thing with the border stickers. You can do the same thing. Put a little tree in the corner. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take our pumpkin sheet and we're going to use the border maker system. So this is the border maker system. You're going to open up the guide, and what that does is guides your paper so you know you have a nice straight edge. And then you're going to flip that closed. And then you've got the housing here. The little teeth on the cartridge stick out. And you're going to put your paper in here, and you can feel it as you go, or you can line up the notches. I absolutely love the border maker system. All right, so now this one does not say chain on it, so you can see it's cut on the top of the paper. Again, that is a really pretty, and look at all the cute little bats and stars we have that we could do something else with. So I'm just gonna shove those aside. But you could just do something like that on the top of your paper and decorate on here. It's just as cute. But today I am going to cut that off at 1 1/4 inch, and you'll see that it's pretty symmetrical on the other side. So 1 1/4 inch. All right, then I'm going to set that aside and we'll use that later. Then I'm going to go through and pick out my paper. I love that one. We go camping a lot and we go on night tours looking for owl and deer, and that's pretty too. All right, so this was the Happy Hauntings, so you can see all the paper. I am going to use these two for now. I'm going to set that aside. All right, so I want this to be my base, so that'll be at the bottom of my page. And then I am going to cut this one, and I'm going to make 4 mats. So you want to think about, since this one does have a pattern, you got to think about how they want to go. So I want them to be 5.5 by 4. So I'm going to go to 5.5 here, which is right at the edge of the trimmer. And now I'm going to turn the paper, because now I want it to be by 4 inches. And I want 2 of these. So again, I'm just going to move up to the 4. And now I'll have 3 5 by 4, so they're all the same. And now I'm going to do it one more time. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5. Turn it by 4, or at 4. All right, so those are my 4 mats that I'm going to use. I have this left over if I want to do something else with it. Now I want to cut using, I'm done with this. I want to cut something using the web. So I'm going to pull another sheet. I might use that black on the bottom. Ooh, this was pretty. All right, so I'm going to use this because it kind of looks spider webby. So if you haven't used our punch, These black lines are what you use to line your paper up. So when my paper is in, it is going to be lined up with that black line. And then I want to make sure the back is pushed all the way up against the casing there. And then you line up the blue, you cover the blue. So you line up and cover the blue. And I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep crunching all the way down this paper. Again, making sure that your back is lined up. Otherwise you won't get a nice straight cut. All right, now what I'm gonna do, get rid of those scraps, is I'm gonna cut this page or this paper at 3 inches. So I'm gonna cut the end of the spider web at 3 inches. And then I'm gonna do it again, but on the other side. So now I'll use this side to go in. It's a little trickier once you've cut your paper to slide it in and make sure that it's lined up. And I'm going to do the same thing so I get a double web with a piece in the middle. You probably already know what's going in the middle of that. Again, let me get rid of my scraps. All right, so now I'm just going to build my page. This will go at the bottom. And then I will use my bats here. I was just looking at that. You could actually use, that would be pretty, but my bats are going the wrong way. So I'll use that. And then you're going to take your mats. So there's my mats. And now I can take either some stickers. Actually, let me stick all this down so I can show you. Just make sure your bats are in the right direction. I love this. I'll be ready. I have 4 grandsons. So I'll make this a double page spread. I'll copy the exact same thing on the opposite side, which will give me 8 photos. I'll do one each individual of them, and then one of them out trick-or-treating or at a party. I don't know what the kids are going to do yet. Now that's the beautiful thing about repositionable tape runner. You can just go right down. You don't see the tape through it. It's not stuck on my table. So if you haven't used repositionable, it is all I use. And then that fits that really nicely. If you want to cut your strip first, you cut a 3-inch strip. And now I can take some of my either embellishments or stickers. So I could put Happy Hunting, I could put Spooky, I could use a combination of stickers here. I'm gonna wait on putting my embellishments there or my stickers there until I have my pictures down. But I would put a couple in between, make it either a grouping of 3 or a grouping of 5. But that's it, super simple. Put a couple decorations on the inside there and you have a great page ready for Halloween. So I have my website here if you want to go check out more. www.creativememories.com/user/Beth. And I hope you enjoyed the page. Thanks everyone.